Good morning. Bandana Gramma here, back out in my yard for another daily update on how my spring clean is going back here in my yard. Hope some of you can make it today. I'm a little late this morning. I've been editing up a video inside and the sun is bothering me. So I might turn my chair around, see if anybody's making it in here first. Maybe I can just move the camera around. That's a little better. Yeah. Okay, good morning. Jatan, good morning. And Buckeye Girl, good morning. Are you having a good day where you are? It's very pleasant here right now. They said we might get rain this evening around supper time, I think. But that gives me some time to do some work out in the yard today. And I did want to give you the update. I showed you yesterday what I was going to do, and I did get it done. And then today I'll show you what we're going to do next. What I'm going to do next. But my husband said he'd help me later put up the new greenhouse. So I'm happy about that. Okay, good morning from Christy and T. Hello, T. Nice having you here. And Deb and Bobby Brixton. Hello from the UK. I'm just eating a cheddar cheese sandwich. Sounds good to me. Okay, hi. I am planting today. Woohoo! That's great. Bliss, bliss. I'd like to do that this afternoon too. I wonder if I'll have time after if we get the greenhouse up, if I can get some plants going. Okay, Donna Norris, hi from Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Roll Tide country. This is the first live chat of yours I've caught of yours. Well, welcome, welcome. I'm glad you caught me. I'm a little later this morning than usual. I made a video of me cleaning the yard. Now, I've been coming out every morning and doing a live stream where I give you a shot of, this is what I did from yesterday, and then I give you a shot of a mess that I have to do, and the next day I'll come out and I'll show you what I did, little bit by bit, but I don't show you the actual work. So the last 2 days I actually set up a camera and put it on fast speed, time lapse, and then I zoomed around the yard, and so you could actually see me doing the work. And so I'm just getting that one put up today. Alrighty. From Florida, Gulf of Mexico. I'm going to have to pull you closer. I just can't read that tiny print. Oh, Bliss Bliss. Okay. Where are you located? I'm in Zone 7, Maryland. Good morning from JD Allison. Blessings to you and yours. Thank you, JD. Donna's, Christy's telling Donna she's in Birmingham, Alabama. Roll Tide, Roll Tide. Okay. What is zone 7? Okay, that's your planting zone. Everybody where you live, you have a certain planting zone based on the freeze dates in your area, so you know when you can plant and your temperate zone. And so when you're sharing like what you're putting out or what's growing, someone in a different zone will say, how's she able to grow that, or why isn't she doing this? And your temperate zones have a lot to do with that. And I'm in zone 7, which is a moderate zone. It has a longer growing season, but not as long as the south. However, I'm just below the Mason-Dixon line. So I'm technically southern, although I was born and raised in upstate New York. And I lived in Massachusetts for 4 years and Virginia for 2 years before we came here to Maryland. And we've been here like 30 years. Okay, cannot grow peonies here. Boo. Yeah, I can grow peonies here in Maryland. But you can probably do things where you are that I can't. Zone 8. Yep. Makes a difference what zone you're in, what you can grow, and when you can start gardening. That's another biggie. Some people still have snow on the ground. And I can't put my tender crops out, like my tomatoes and my green beans. Oh, beans aren't so bad, but definitely tomatoes and peppers and melons and corn and things like that. I have to wait till after Mother's Day because you need the earth to warm up more in order for them to grow correctly, to germinate and grow. So I'm going to do the normal now. And let's see, another comment. Cannot grow. I know my zone in Arizona, but not really sure what zone Tuscaloosa is in. Zone charts are online. That's right. It's very easy to find them online. I've grown peonies in Birmingham. Oh, okay. The roses are blooming all over town now. Here in Alabama right now. Yeah. I think I. Oops. I think I got some buds coming. Bandana's losing her bandana. It's falling off my head. Oh, there go my glasses. I'm in rough shape today. Can't set up my camera. Can't keep my bandana on. Dropping my glasses. All right, I'm going to pick up the camera and bring you over and show you what I did yesterday. So you have the update. Let me turn the camera around. Go through my orchard. Isn't my cherry tree looking lovely? Leaves are starting to come out, but the blossoms are looking beautiful. So, now yesterday I showed you a bad mess right here by the side of my house. If you watch yesterday's live stream, you'll see it. And I cleaned it up. I left the pots here that we're going to plant stuff in. That chair we're going to fix up and paint and make it cute. It's my daughter's. She brought it with her when she moved back in for a while. And then we're going to put mulch all down in here to make that look nicer. And probably plant a few things in it. Maybe a few things that'll grow up that lattice. But I cleaned it up. That's the next bite I took out of it. And I'm happy I did it, because now that's out of the way. One bite at a time, a little bit at a time. That's what I'm doing. For those of you who are new and haven't seen, this is where I've espaliered fruit trees in a circle onto wire so they will grow together and become a pickable living fence. And when the branches are older and harder and in that shape, we'll take the wire down. So that's espaliering. My apple blossoms are looking beautiful on my Gala apple. And I'll show you what we're going to do today. This is a apricot tree. This is a plum tree. And they're all espaliering onto the fence here with the branches being trained. That, if you've watched, is a wisteria. You see how it's all branching out there, going everywhere and up above here? I think I'm going to get rid of it because I'd rather have a fruit tree, and it likes to come out and strangle my fruit trees. So I don't think I'm going to keep that. And this is my Asian pear. And the blossoms are, since yesterday, are starting to fade. But I see the beginning of Asian pears starting. So we hope they get pollinated well and we actually get good fruit like we did last year. And that's a nectarine tree and a peach tree. And there is another plum. And in the corner there is a Granny Smith apple. I have 2 cherries here. So my little orchard of all my dwarf fruit trees is doing well. Here's a pile of sticks I picked out of all that brush I was raking up. So all that has to be taken care of. Now what we're going to do today, if you watched my video before, you saw that in here I'd had a greenhouse and the winter winds ripped it to shreds. It was torn completely apart and everything was thrown everywhere. So I got that cleaned up and I've sorted the sticks out. But down there I've got sticks and over there are my compost piles. But we're going to set up the new greenhouse here. But first, we're cutting down this tree. This tree only gets flowers. I don't know what it is. It's never fruited. It's like 12 years old or more. And it looks pretty, but it's behind the shed. And it doesn't need to be there. And I would much rather have all this space. So I'm asking my honey to cut that tree down today. And then we'll set up my new greenhouse. So if that goes to plan, we should see some big changes here. If not tomorrow, because it's Sunday, then Monday. So that's the plan for today, is to do all that. And over where those sticks are, we're going to straighten those fences out. And that's where I plant potatoes. So I hope to get some potatoes in this week. Hoping it's not too late for that here. So, yeah. And when the rain stops, I'll be able to set up my furniture here more attractively. We're going to get these leaves out, and I have pretty cushions that go on all this furniture. So we can set it up with the pretty cushions, put some plants on the ground in nice urns, and that's our fire pit in the middle. And we'll get all this cleaned out. And pretty soon we'll have our pretty seating area back again, after we get rid of all these piles of leaves I've been raking up. Again, there's my collards going to seed from last year, and my onions coming back. And I've got some strawberries over here starting. So that's all good. All right, I'm going back to sit down and check the comments. And this is going to be a quick video, or a quick live stream, because my honey should be back soon, and then we'll get busy on putting up my new greenhouse. All right, let me pull you in so I can read your comments. Whew. Alrighty. Oh, I can barely see him. Let's see. Oh, I have a Meyer lemon in the house. Let's see. Do your fruit trees leave your yard smelling sweet? When they're in blossom, they smell really nice. Let's see. Roses are blooming. Oh, now somebody may have already answered this, but you said, how do you do my name in orange, Donna? Whenever somebody types your full YouTube name in, you see it lit up like that, so that you'll notice that they've sent you a message. No one else sees it like that, only you. Okay. Boy, it's hard to see out here. I don't know what kind of tree that is. I've got other apples, I've got other cherries. It really should have been pollinated. I had another pear, so I think it's just an ornamental tree that doesn't get fruit. Cindy says she loves my personality. Oh, that's a compliment. Thank you. I love that. I love hearing that. When I feel like I'm being boring, somebody tells me they like my personality. Looks like her fence is tilted like one of mine. You mean that they're, yeah, we need to attach, they're not attached. There's two pieces there. There's a big tree trunk. The tree got cut down, and we need to fit it around that tree trunk so we can attach it correctly. And let's see. Donna said she had a ladybug land on her. I think that's good luck if you believe in good luck, right? Frankie, where are you? Zone 7, Maryland, I'm in. Hi, Farmer Meemaw. Yay, super greenhouse, yay. Oh, that's why she said ladybug, because Meemaw called me ladybug. All right, I am having such hard time seeing this. I'm going to drop you a little, pull you a little closer, and then see if I can read it. It's the light too. That's this playback's going to look really strange at me here with my hand over my face. And okay. Cindy says she's blessed to have found me. Wow. What a compliment. Thank you, honey. Last week I was in the drive. Oh, I read that. And you have an awesome garden. It can be. If I keep it up, it can be. I enjoy it. So we're going to be doing a lot of traveling this year. My husband's retiring, so I'm a little concerned about it, but I'm going to load it up with mulch and hope that it holds in between while we're away. Let's see. Meyer lemons are so good. I've had a few come on my little baby Meyer lemon tree I have in the house. I love how much you're growing in your backyard. That's the whole point. You know, I've only got this little yard, and that's why I do this, because I want to encourage other people, especially, you know, you're getting up in age, you don't think you can do anything, and you got no land. If you love gardening, you can do it. You can do more than you think you can do, and you can go vertical and do as much as you're able. And don't get discouraged. And it's so much fun to grow vegetables and flowers, whether it's just for pollination, but they're beautiful too. And every year I try to plant a little more. And I've got raspberries all over there. I've got blueberries out front. Got boysenberries over here, goji berries, strawberries. I got blackberries. So I've got a lot of things going here. And I'm trying to get them so they produce well. Some of them aren't producing well. I've got rhubarb, I've got herbs, you know, and I live on 9,000 square foot lot. That's why I wanted to do this, was to encourage people to do it. I got encouraged when I watched the DeVay family out in Pasadena, California. Now, he has passed on, sadly, in the last couple of years, but he did amazing things on a tiny little plot of land where he was able to sell all his vegetables. He even had chickens and goats, I think, there. So, yeah, it's fun to beat the system and do what you can do on your plot of land. Farmer Mimo, preach it, girl. Where there's a will, there's a way. That's right. Oh, Farmer Mimo, you're a sweetheart. Yeah, there's a crazy world out there. That's right. You gotta, you know, put your faith first. Know who you are, and you don't have to bend to the world. That's how I am. That's how the Lord has encouraged me to be. That I know who I am in Him, and that gives me confidence to be me. You know, there's nothing wrong with being you, especially if the Lord is helping you be the best you can be. And that's where I get my strength from. My new me, she got here 2 days in a row. Welcome, Brenda. I didn't ask, but it's good to know. Highlighting names. There you go. Oh, okay. I love how sweet you are. Okay, it's cold in Michigan, says Frankie. It's so nice to be. This is my new me. It's so nice to be able to pick your dinner from the backyard. I miss that. Yep, it is indeed. I love it, and I love canning it up and keeping it too, and freezing it and dehydrating it. All right, part-time preemies. My husband and I started when we were just married and living in a ninth floor apartment and grew in pots overlooking the Bronx. And we bought a house with a tiny yard and grew all our produce plus some. That is wonderful. I love those stories, especially starting in the city like that. That's just super. What an inspiration for people. Frankie, the robins are still down here in Alabama, but eventually they'll make their way northward. Be patient. Now we live on 5 acres, but keep most of it natural and have some big veggie gardens. Wonderful. I've got 10 or 12 beds right here that go up the side of my yard with the raspberries all around. And then I plant back here under my fruit trees too. I had corn here a couple years in a row. Didn't do great, but I got some. And I'd like to try it again sometime. I love corn. Perennials, yeah, I love having the perennials. You know, I got a lot of course, a lot of herbs are perennials too, and we got some nice perennial flowers coming back. Hi, Barb. What does elderberry taste like? Does Rose still have elderberry cuttings left? I don't know about that. The only elderberry I've had, I'm trying to think of her name. Now I'm embarrassed because I know her name very well. Uh, Somebody local to me. It'll come to me when I'm not trying to think about it. Anyway, she shared some of her elderberry syrup with me one day when I was at her house and I had a little cough, and it tasted like berries. It was sweet. It had a kind of a deeper flavor than a lot of light berries, but it was good. I think on their own they're not as sweet as some other berries, but of course with the syrup they put sugar in it. My daughter tells me she has an elderberry tree in her yard, so I'm hoping I can get some from there. The songbirds are coming back. The trees are starting to bloom a little bit, says Frankie. Yeah, you can email Rose and check. Never seen an elderberry, a little, let alone tasted one. I grew up in Arizona. We don't have a lot of that. Yeah, I understood. I asked my daughter about if I could get a cutting of elderberry to plant here, and she said the kind she had she didn't think I'd want here because the roots go everywhere and take over. So I'm not real smart about elderberry. I don't know a lot about it. So I don't know if there are different kinds and some you could grow easier than others without it taking over. But if she's got a big tree, I'm hoping I can just glean from her tree and get elderberries and maybe dry them. And I definitely want to make elderberry syrup for medicinal purposes. That's the hot thing this year. You know, every year there's something that is a big health benefit to grow. All right. My Louisiana iris, not bearded, are in full bloom now. That's wonderful. They're yellow. I'm developing a food forest in front of our house and would love to plant some elderberries there. Uh-huh. Maybe start out in a large pot and see what it does. Yeah, I did think about that. I've got some large pots here. I could put it in there. It depends if the seeds drop. I mean, if some things grow from root and from seeds. So if the elderberry grew and then it was dropping things and it would take over, I mean, I'd have to stay on top of it, I guess. If you've watched me for a while, you know I have a problem with poison ivy on this fence. And I do see it just starting to come back again. It's tiny now. The leaves get bigger as it grows, and right now they're just very light purpley color. They'll turn green, but I know what they are, and I see them coming. So I think what I'm going to try and do, where last year, after they were already big, I took a big piece of black plastic and I hung it over the fence on both sides to kind of make the heat kill it. I think now that they're really tiny, I might try cutting a piece to fit my side of the fence and stapling it on the fence so it isn't so blowing in the wind and looking so ugly. And maybe that'll stop them, at least on my side. I don't know about the neighbor's side. They originate over there. That's true about the seeds, yep. And Jatan's roses finally bloomed this week. Okay. Well, unless you have some specific questions, boiling water work. There's too much of it, I think. I could try. I haven't tried the boil. I've tried just about everything else. I don't, it's so near my good garden that's organic. I'm not going to put any, even vinegar I'm afraid to use on it because you got to use it so strong, and then the rains and everything would wash it over, and it would start killing my plants and affecting the soil. So I don't want to use that. So that's why I use the plastic. We lived over 10 years in New York, but are Michiganians at heart and finally moved home a few years ago. Part-time permies. Bliss, can you grow lilacs? Yeah, I've got a little baby lilac tree out front that just started getting lilacs last year. Lilacs are my mom's favorite flower, so I was glad to see them coming. Okay, I'm not going to stay on. I just wanted to show you that I did indeed do what I told you I was going to do yesterday. And you guys inspire me. If I hadn't told you that, I probably wouldn't have got out the door and done it. But I did it. And my husband's supposed to help me today set up the greenhouse. So hopefully by Monday I'll have something really fun to show you. Let's see. Mind me, is there a natural predator to poison ivy, a plant that will kill it? I've heard of one that you can use to treat it, but I don't, to treat the poison ivy. I can't remember the name of it. Somebody else will probably remember. There's another plant they say use that when you get poison ivy, but I don't know about killing it in the ground. It's pretty hardy. I don't think there'd be much that would kill it. Okay. Exciting. Can't wait to see the greenhouse. I've been collecting windows. They're behind that fence. I found the most beautiful picture of a greenhouse that I so want. And I've collected some windows, so maybe one day I can get it made. But now I'm finding out, as usual in suburbia, I got to have permits for everything. And it's got to be set off like 15 feet from each fence, like my shed did. And I was supposed to have a permit for that too, but I didn't know it at the time. And I squeaked it in here. And so far I haven't had a trouble with it. But it's let's see, how big is that? 8 by, I don't remember, but it's bigger than what you can have without a permit. So I was supposed to get a permit for that shed. Hopefully they won't make me take it down someday. I don't think they will. Jewelweed, that's what I was trying to think of. Treats poison ivy, that's the one. But it doesn't kill the plant. Yep, that's exactly the one I was thinking of. Thanks for your tips and ideas and information. Aw, thank you, Cindy. Alrighty, I'm thinking love the sound of the songbirds behind her. Yeah, they're always singing here. There's also somebody using a chainsaw. Hope you have a wonderful day. Hi, Galena. You're just in time to say goodbye. Yeah, upstate New York, you can get poison ivy bad there too. Planting sweet verbena, yeah, to avoid it. Ditto on the songbirds. Okay, well, I hope this is a little bit inspiring to you. That's why I do it. It's inspiring to me because I tell you I'm going to do something. That means I got to get out there and do it. So yeah, that helps. Thank you for that. And I'll talk to you, if not tomorrow, then on Monday. And thanks for coming by. And be watching. Very soon I'm going to upload that video today that shows me zooming around my yard doing all that work that I've been showing you I've been doing. So come back soon. I love y'all. Bye-bye.